Back-to-back years, they were starting quarterbacks and Heisman Trophy winners and the first overall pick in the draft. Mayfield to the Browns, Kyler Murray to the Cardinals. They've both been in the news recently, so we decided we would do a draft today of the best Oklahoma players currently in the National Football League. Chris, you've got a trivia question for me.
All right, you ready? I think you're going to know this one. What Oklahoma player, not just the first overall pick in the draft, but was also the first ever pick for his franchise? Think about this. Don't look at your computer. First
Leroy
overall
Selman?
pick. Yeah.
Leroy
Boom.
Selman.
Yep.
1976, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
What color is blue?
I thought you'd get that. Look at that. He's trying to get Phil. Oh, Phil must have handed it off there.
That's not Phil. That's Brad Van Pelt.
No, that's Phil.
That
it says SIMM, unless they had another quarterback.
No, I was looking at the tackle. I thought the tackle was number 10. Yeah, why would Brad Van Pelt have been on the field playing defense while the Buccaneers were playing defense? Never mind. But remember, and he was number 10, not 11. There is Simms back there.
There is a guy there.
Mind.
Yeah.
All right, boy, I guess I got to go Kyler Murray. Let's go with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray.
All right, Kyler Murray by you. I get that.
Final answer.
Good one. I'm going to go with Trent Williams, first ballot Hall of Famer, best tackle in football. I'm going with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now it gets a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Now, we got 5 minutes, so we can take our time. I can slow down.
Just let it
now.
breathe, baby. It's Oklahoma. I hate this school, by the way, just so you know, if we got time to breathe here. I mean, I hate them because they owned me in college. You know, I mean, my junior and senior year, I started those games. The Texas fans blame me for my sophomore year loss, where I got in the game and we were down 28-0, but they don't want to put that on Major Applewhite. Poor him. But yeah, but they dominated us, and damn, I mean, they hurt my draft stock. I mean, we were 2, they were 3, we were 1, they were 2. They beat us both times. That damn song's in my head, their fight song.
It sounds like the only thing that would have made it worse is if Kyle Bowler was their quarterback.
Yeah, right.
There's Roy Williams.
Or just roll this one more time. Yeah.
My goodness.
Boom. Roy Williams.
Superman comes. I mean, what could anyone have done then? And it was the perfect angle to hit a left-handed quarterback.
It was.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Best
Brilliant.
college player I played against, definitely. He was amazing. And he as I've told you before, he did that to me earlier in the quarter, and I ran up the middle for like 25 yards. And the legend is that the coaches told him when they called the blitz, don't dive, don't do what you did again. Mike, what's going to be so great about that play, this is what's so crazy about football, is I have my Roy Williams, the receiver, who's a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. I'm throwing him the ball because they blitzed. It's one-on-one out there. So it's like going to be one of those where if I can get it out there fast and I get it, he can make a guy miss, and it's going to be, ooh, watch out. And, of course, that's not what happened. So, yeah.
Yeah. One of these days they're going to build a statue of that moment. You're going to be part of a statue.
I'm in the
Oklahoma.
Hall of Fame more than anybody in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
There's more pictures of me than anybody.
All right, now we've filled so we can get back to the draft. I'll go CD Lamb just based on, number one, what he's done, and number two, what I think he's going to do now that Amari Cooper is gone and CD Lamb becomes the number one receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. I have a feeling his numbers are going to explode.
Yeah.
And look, a lot of great players from Oklahoma, but I think CD Lamb on the rise for the Cowboys this year.
Yeah. No defensive players from Oklahoma. That's the one thing you realize in this draft. It's the Big 12. They don't believe in defense. Certainly. You're such a hoarder of skill position guys. How dare you?
Yes.
You're such a hoarder. All right. I got the best left tackle in football. Now I think I'm going to add the best right tackle to my team. I'm going to go Lane Johnson. I mean, I am. Lane Johnson is he's definitely in the conversation for top 2 or 3 right tackle in the game. He's phenomenal. He really is. And yeah, I'll go with him.
I guess I got to go Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon. I'm going to take another skill position player.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a hoarder. I'm glad we straightened that out for the first time. You talked about John Gruden being a quarterback whore without the "der" on the end. So I'm glad we've gotten that all figured out. But I'll go Joe Mixon. Look, a key factor in that Bengals offense, and I think underrated because we get so caught up with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and what the offense can do from a passing standpoint. But, they had a couple of games last year where they went heavy with Joe Mixon, and he had huge performances. Yeah,
and imagine if they could get an O-line that can really open up holes on a consistent basis. I mean, yes, that's what can make Cincinnati dangerous, is they weren't able to rely on that aspect of their game against the better teams in football. So maybe this year they can do that with some of the improvements on the O-line. All right. Damn. Man, Mark Andrews is on the board. Wow. Creed Humphrey, arguably already the best center in football. His teammate.
Baker's on the board.
I know. Screw them all. I'm going big boys here. It's the big boy draft for Chris Simms. I'm going with maybe my favorite left tackle in football. It's my Orlando Brown. I'm going with him. I am. I love Orlando Brown. I mean, he's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but he's got like ballerina feet. I mean, I love it. So, yes, I'll go with him protecting Patrick Mahomes. He had a good year last year, better than what the stats or the gradings say. Mahomes has got to help him out in the pocket a little bit.
Interesting times coming for Oklahoma, too, with the move to the SEC.
Right.
Lincoln Riley gone as the head coach and the whole NIL dynamic. I think the bigger the city, the bigger the market, the greater the opportunities to shake money out of the pockets of people in the area who have money. And I know for the established schools, you've got a bigger alumni network. It's a greater point of pride, but it's going to change everything. It all happened so fast last year. I don't think we had a chance to really appreciate it, but the landscape of college football and college sports generally is going to change dramatically.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
Right.
And some of these programs that are in or near big cities are going to have a chance to really cash in, because the more money you can raise, the more money they can funnel to the players, the better the players they can get.
No doubt. And Texas and Oklahoma, they're going to be good at that. They're going to be good. They got strong alumni bases. They won't take them long to infuse into the SEC and get up to speed in that way of life. They got to adjust their teams. I mean, as we're seeing here, Oklahoma, there's no defensive players in the Big 12. There's not a lot in the draft ever either. And the SEC's full of them, but they'll adjust. There's a lot of talent in both states to be had there.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.